feel like I've been mixing it up quite a bit lately. Yesterday I read some of my Christian songwriting and poems. Today we're going to get back to just strictly reading the Bible today. Back in the book of Proverbs, this time we're going to read Proverbs chapter 22. We'll read the first 16 verses today. Proverbs 22, starting in verse 1. It says, "A good name is more desirable than great riches. To be esteemed is better than silver or gold. Rich and poor have this in common: the Lord is the maker of them all. The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. Humility is the fear of the Lord. Its wages are riches and honor and life. In the paths of the wicked are snares and pitfalls, but those who would preserve their life stay far from them. Start off children in the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. Whoever sows injustice reaps calamity, and the rod they wield in fury will be broken. The generous will themselves be blessed, for they share their food with the poor. Drive out the mocker, and out goes strife. Quarrels and insults are ended. One who loves a pure heart and who speaks with grace will have the king for a friend. The eyes of the Lord keep watch over knowledge, but he frustrates the words of the unfaithful. The sluggard says, 'There's a lion outside. I'll be killed in the public square.' The mouth of an adulterous woman is a deep pit. A man who is under the Lord's wrath falls into it. Folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline will drive it far away. One who oppresses the poor to increase his wealth, and one who gives gifts to the rich, both come to poverty." All right. Verse 15 is going to be the verse of the day today out of those 16 that I read. So the second to last verse, just to go over it again, it says, "Folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline will drive it far away." And I think I spent a lot of my years, I'm 30 years old now, and I would say from ages 18 to 28, I spent a lot of years just up and down. I knew who God was, I knew the truth, but I just was living in many ways like a child, not taking full accountability for my actions, not stepping into manhood. I was doing some good things on paper, with graduating college with good grades, getting a good job, eventually getting married at 25, having a couple kids along the way. But up until really like a year and a half ago, I just was practicing casual Christianity and not fully giving myself to God. And again, we all fall short of the glory of God. I'm still so far from perfect. But just the rod of discipline that it describes here in verse 15 is something that I've finally been able to understand and give my entirety to. Whereas in the past, my stressful work week or other temptations would simply often take hold or take precedence in my life. And that's where folly or these pitfalls or these mistakes would then happen. But I love how it says that, but the rod of discipline will drive that folly away. The folly, the kind of degenerate lifestyle that so many people either knowingly or unknowingly live can be driven away by discipline. And again, Proverbs, it echoes so many of the same messages from chapter to chapter, but that's the key verse today. I'll say it one more time. Folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline will drive it far away. Think about what that means in previous seasons of your life, in the current season in which you're in, and how that should set the aim for how you live the rest of your life. Day 323.